discussing on the origin of English language in former colonial Africa. So we have learned the origin of many English, American English, Australian English. Today we will be learning the origin of African English, how English language came here. So this you see that at the Cape Town, despite the several centuries of European trade with African nations, by the end of the 18th century, only the Dutch in the Cape Town and they established a permanent settlement in Cape Town, South Africa. They established the Dutch came in this year. However, in 1914, Britain, France, Germany, Portugal, Italy, Belgium had resulted in the whole continent, apart from the Liberia and Ethiopia, being divided into the colonial territories. So the Dutch visit African continent, South Africa especially, but towards the first half of 20th century, all the Britain, France, Germany, they visited this area in South Africa. After the World Wars, there was a repartitioning of the region with the confiscation of the German and the Italian territories. And most of the countries achieved independence after the 1960s. And the South African countries, they got independence after 1960 decades. The Organization of African Unity pledged itself to maintain existing boundaries. So this is Organization of African Unity. They were under the British, Portuguese, Dutch colonies, and they got independence, and they organized organization that is called Organization of African Unity, and 32 signatory countries were there in South African Organization of African Unity. The English language first came to the West Africa. The English began to visit West Africa from the end of the 15th century, and soon after we find sporadic reference to the use of the language in lingua franca in some coastal settlements. And by the beginning of the 19th century, the increase in commerce and the anti-slave trade activities had brought English to the whole West African coast. So this way, English language came in this area. With hundreds of local languages to contend with, popular features of the region was the rise of several English-based Creole and Pidgin and Creoles, used alongside the standard varieties of colonial officials and missionaries and soldiers and traders. So this is the scenario of this area, that the both West African colonies, they had been using a Pidgin, English-based Pidgin and Creole language, and that language next time developed English language used in this area. British varieties developed especially in 5 countries, each of which now gives English official status. And there was also one American influence in this region. So these are the countries, the West Africa, many countries are here. Here, English language came in such a way, or again, for the cause of the colonial purpose. And in Sierra Leone, in 1780, philanthropists in Britain brought land to establish a settlement for the free slaves. In African continent, we have got the history that the African people were took by the seafarer as the slave, and they were sold to American continent. But some slaves were freed, and what else this should be done? Actually, in previous class, I have mentioned that all the people, the colonies, they came to do business, but only the British people, they had the planning, they had the idea how to establish their colony all over the world. So when many slaves got free, where they will go? So a British philanthropist established a state to state what such kind of free slaves So what is the view? It is the view that the British people are very much helpful uh, for the less powerful people. And that is the British culture as well, and is still prominent nowadays. They will be always helping the poor, the weaker of this world. So this philanthropist, he was brought an area for having colony of the slaves. And the slaves, the first group arrives from London, England, Nova Scotia, and Jamaica. They established a settlement in this Sierra Leone. The settlement became a crown colony in 1808 and was then used as a base for the anti-slave trading squadron, whose operation eventually brought some 60,000 captives to the country. So this is the history of Sierra. The chief form of communication in Sierra Leone, that is English, Creole, and Creole. And this is Creole is a regional dialect or regional language used in Sierra Leone. This rapidly spread along the West African coast. The hinterland was declared a British protectorate in 1896 and the country received its independence in 1961. The population had grown to over 5.4 million by 2002 and most of whom can use Creole, not English. English-based Creole. Creole is a Creole, but English-based. Creole is an English-based Creole language of Sierra Leone, and it is the first language of about 350,000 people and is used as the lingua franca by over 3 million. So this is the scenario of Sierra Leone. And Ghana. Ghana's previous name, former name was Gold Coast. Following the successful British expedition among the Ashanti to protect trading interests to the southern Gold Coast was declared a crown colony in 1847. So this is Ghana became the colony of Britain. And its population was nearly 19 million in 2002 and about 1.5 million of whom use English as their second language. Again, Gambia. Gambia English trading along with the Gambia River dates from the early 17th century and it has a population of 1.4 million in 2002 and Creole is widely used as the lingua franca. Nigeria, after the period of early 19th century British exploration of the interior, a British colony was founded at Lagos in 1861. You see, Nigeria is a big country. It is African country, but Nigeria. They amalgamated with other southern and the northern territories of the form of a single country in 1940 and is received independence in 1960. And it is one of the most multilingual countries in Africa, with some 500 languages identified in the mid 1990 decades in Nigeria. Its population in 2002 was 126 million. About half use Pidgin and Creole English as a second language. So we see Nigeria, English is the second language. Also Cameroon. Cameroon explored by the Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch, and British. And this region became a German protectorate in 1884 and was divided between France and Britain in 1919. It is thus a country in which contact language have been flourished, notably Cameroonian Pidgin is spoken by about half of the population. Again, Liberia, the same scenario. Africa's oldest republic was founded in 1822 through the activities of the American Colonization Society, which used to establish a homeland for the former slaves. as we have mentioned earlier. Its population in 2002 was some 3.2 million, and most of whom use Pidgin English as the second English. But there was also a number of first language speakers. Links with US African American English are still very prominent in language. And also Scramble of Africa. There are some other parts in this area that are called Scramble, the Sidmahal. English language is used. Although English ships have visited East Africa from the end of the 16th century, systematic interest began into 1850 with the expedition of the interior of the third British explorer Richard Barton, David Livingstone, and John Speke. The Imperial British East India Company was founded in 1888, and soon afterwards, a system of colonial protectorates became established, while other European nations, Germany, France, Italy, vied with Britain for territorial control. So in this island area, several modern states, each with a history of association with Britain, gave English the official status. So in this islands, we see English is the official status. And Botswana, the population is 1.5 million in 2002, and English is the official language. Kenya, here English nonetheless retains an important role in the country, which had some 31 million people in 2002. And in Kenya, apart from the English, another language is used in this country, that is the Mau revolution, the Mau language, Mau revolution. The Mau uprising, also known as the Mau rebellion, is the Kenyan emergency, and the Mau revolt was a war in the British Kenya colony between Kenya land and the Freedom Army, which is known as the Mau, and the British authorities. That was the history of Kenya. And another Lesotho, another country, its population is in 2.2 million in 2002, and English is the official language. Also Malay, okay, and its population is 10.5 million in 2002. English is an official language along with Shawa. Namibia, English is the official language. Tanzania, its population, English is a joint official language with Somali until 1967, and the Lord's is status as the national language, but it remains an important medium of communication. And also Uganda, English is the sole official language, but Swahili is also widely used in lingua franca. Swahili is the name of the language used in Uganda. And also Zambia, English is the official language. Its population is about 11 million in 2002. And also Zimbabwe, its population was around 11 million in 2002, and English is the official language. And this is the scenario of English language used in this area. So if we see the origin of South African English language, the first time the philanthropists established a settlement with Sierra Leone, where they were supposed to get a place for the slaves who got free. And after that, all the countries of African continent, they were dominated by the British colonial power, and for this reason, the language used in this area is English-based Pidgin and Creole. So Swahili, Mau, Krio is used in many countries. Krio is an English-based Creole used in African countries. So in such a way, the people living in this area got acquaintance of English language.